Welcome everybody to this webinar. My name is Carl Spencer and I'll be hosting this paper-based health and safety management webinar. Your screen is going to change shortly to maximize the slides I'm going to show you. So, management system, ultimately what we're looking for in our paper-based systems or any other systems that we're using today is improve our management system. And the health and safety executive will say that the management system is intended to help you provide a safe and healthy workplace, prevent work-related injury and ill health. And that's what our management system that we have in place in our businesses today are designed to do. And all the people around to implement to ensure it's working. So it's important that we can deliver this information that's detailed in our policies and procedures, because all the businesses of the people that's watching this webinar today will be seeing that. We'll be going, I've got my policies and procedures in place, but it's also about making sure they're fluid and live and they're being delivered to create a standard in our business. And how we do that today, I'm assuming most of, again, the people watching this webinar are using some old antiquated ways of doing this. And that becomes massively time consuming. And these time-consuming routes that we use today in delivering health and safety are things like paper, maybe notice boards, and even emails. Yeah, it's really, really funny, isn't it, to say an email is old-fashioned. Now, none of them ways that we deliver in health and safety gives you a big missing element, which is an audit trail. So let me explain that a little bit further. Is that if we've got paper in our business, so we've got our health and safety policies and procedures in files and binders, maybe even on a server, that we've got no audit trail that's been delivered. Now, if somebody updates a risk assessment that's in an Excel spreadsheet on the computer in the office, where is that with the workers on site? If somebody's written a new change to the health and safety policy and printed it and put it on the wall in head office, who's actually seen that? And are the people remote to our office using the same document because it's been updated in the office and we've got no trail of it being actually delivered on site? If we have a safety alert in our business and we go and pin that on a notice board, maybe that's in head office, in the canteen area in your business, what audit trail do we have that prove the workers actually read and understood that? And when does it become an old notice? When do you take it down and replace it? Now, emails, yes, we can prove that it was sent, but actually we cannot prove that it was being read and understood. And anything that we've put in that email, has it been administered in the workplace? And that all comes part of our health and safety management system. So the challenges that we face today is time. Everybody will say, I just haven't got the time to do it. But if an accident was to happen in your business, you will find the time, trust me. So that's one of the challenges that we face, time. And we might bring new people in and extend our resource to help us deliver health and safety because we haven't got the time ourselves. So that's one big challenge that we face. Another challenge that we face is management and workers accessing the same data. As we say, a risk assessment's been changed, a method has been changed, and how do we get that to the front line? It could be that we have the workers driving into the offices in the morning, into our yards, to pick this data up before they go off to the workplace. And it's imperative that management and workers are using the same pack of data, the same document. And also an inability to be with every worker 24/7, to be behind them all the time. And that's not feasible to do that, but actually our health and safety information needs to be with them to ensure that they're following it, that they're adhering to it, and we can monitor and measure that they're being delivered in the right way. And one of the other biggest challenges that we will face is change. People don't like change. So if we're in an antiquated health and safety management system, a paper-based system, how do we get this implemented and change it in our business? So they're the challenges that we're kind of facing today. There may be a lot more, but and you would only know the ones in your business. So let's just have a quick look at the Health and Safety Executive website this morning. I just picked out the top 7, just the top of the list, not the most 7 important ones, just the top of the list so you could see it on this screen. Now, these companies didn't get prosecuted because they was using a paper-based system or antiquated ways, but the injuries did occur and did happen, and they did get prosecuted because health and safety wasn't being delivered to these people, because it may have been on a piece of paper in the office, it may have been in one of the binders in the office. The training, although it was said that we keep it updated in our policy, it wasn't being delivered frequently enough to prevent injury. So all these prosecutions and the other 700 or so prosecutions last year have a lot in common, and it's because the information that we have is not being delivered to the worker, is not being read and understood by the worker, and that businesses have no proof and evidence that that's been read and understood or administered. So take your own time to look at the Health and Safety press releases page on the Health and Safety Executive website. So what if an accident was to happen in your business today? What would you do today? So you'd go back to, what does it say in your policy, your health and safety policy, about preventing an accident under Section 2 or Section 3 of the Health and Safety at Work Act. Section 2 being for your own workers, and Section 3 being for anyone else who's not a worker, like contractors, visitors, pedestrians. You'd look at that policy and then you go, right, where's the risk assessment that I put in place? Where was the job management I put in place? Where was my safe system of work? Was that contractor competent in what he was doing? And you trying to find all these bits of paper, all these bits of evidence to show that you did so far as reasonably practicable. And getting that proof and that evidence together is hugely important. And it could be that, yes, we've phoned that worker up and said, do this, but if we've got no proof, then if we can't prove it, we didn't do it. And then also, how do we disseminate these learnings out through the entire part of our business? So we've had an incident or an accident, hands up, yes, I'm sorry, we've had an accident, but we're learning from this and we're moving forward. But how do we disseminate that out to the rest of our team? Do we put it on the notice board and hope a worker walks past and sees it? Is that what we're doing today? Do we just send it out to our own workers and not disseminate it out to contractors under our supply chain? So it's important that you look at these elements in your business. A solution would be to give full accessibility of all your policies, documents, risk assessments, method statements, safe systems of work, permits, and all the workers' training records, all easily accessible in one place. And also, they're important to improve the attitudes and behaviour of the people. To know that, yes, I have all that information in place. Well, actually, I can see that there's something missing here, so I'm going to do something about it. Behaviour. And we also need to look at reducing management cost, because bringing in more people to manage is not always a welcome thing from the board members. So if we can make it more efficient, as well as making it more effective, then that's a big thumbs up. And that's the solutions that we are looking for. So we have a choice today. We can actually continue in old, antiquated ways and have limited effect and be inefficient in what we're doing. Or we can actually look forward and be more smarter and even simpler with our health and safety management. And that brings us more compliant and cost effective. So that brings to the end of our webinar. Hopefully you got some information there to then go back to then look in your own systems and think, yes, we could do something a little bit better, smarter, and more simpler. So I can't really call on any other cloud-based systems or management systems out there, but we can then show you how we can deliver all that to you in a more cost-effective way. So if you want to log on our website, you request a demo if you already haven't, and we will show you within 20 minutes how we can get from being antiquated to a very smart, active, and more cost-effective solution. So thank you very much for taking the time. Please look on yoursafetypod.com/webinars for all other webinars in our series. It's going to be great to talk to you soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye.